Hi gamers. We're so back. We're so back. How's it going, guys? How are we doing? Hopefully you guys have been well. Better than I have. Like that is the goal. You know, it's been a month, chat. You know, we get one issue fixed and then it's just something else immediately. That's been kind of the vibes. That's kind of been how this has kind of felt. But we're here. I am alive. That's a really good thing, chat. Being alive is a very fantastic, really good thing. Because for those of you who have not seen, let me show you a lovely image of what my life has consisted of recently. I think it's on this screen. We'll just throw this here. So this is my car, everyone. This is the front of it. This is the windshield. And if that's not clear, that's my hood going through my windshield. So it's been not fun. I can confidently say it has not been fun. But yeah, that's been my time. That's been my life story, if you will. Yeah, I'm very glad I am not in the hospital as well. It was very much so a situation where several people could have been. And the thing that's even crazier, I was telling the mods about this, is the fact that was caused by a gate. It wasn't even a car. It was not a car who hit me. It was not a person who hit me. It was a gate that decided it was going to close on my car with humans inside of it. Yeah, we'll paint you guys a little bit of a picture here. Let me just explain this entire situation. Because basically what happened, right, chat, is I was at an Airbnb to celebrate Lex's birthday, Allison's birthday. We had like 8 million girl birthdays this last weekend. Or like in August, if you will. So we were in a cabin up in the mountains. It was super pretty. The views were immaculate. The vibes were immaculate. It was very cozy, all that kind of stuff. So on this hill that leads up to the mountains, right? You have your road. We'll say this is our road. It's not straight lines, but we're just going to pretend that it is. And on said road, you obviously can come in, and we'll say coming in is this way, coming out is this way. So just for in, out. Okay? We'll say this is the vibes, right? And in between the in and the out, as per neighborhood, there is a lovely, we'll make it red for all the life it has sucked out of my body. There's a lovely gate, okay? This is the gate. And instead of it being a normal gate that opens like up and down, kind of like this kind of movement, it was not one of those. It swung out this way, if you will. Hi, Turkey. Hello, Ernest, everyone who's coming in. So it was a swinger. And so it swings towards the people who are trying to leave. Everyone following? So the other thing to note about this gate is the gate is shaped in a very interesting way. The gate is basically one giant rectangle, kind of like this, okay? However, the gate is broken. So it's a cast iron gate that's kind of split up like this, if you will, right? And it was up in the mountains, so it was really cute. You know, it had like a little bear design coming through, and it was like just like a group of lovely bears going across this gate, right? But because this gate hit so many people, the gate was broken from the last person it hit. So this entire bottom portion right here was actually broken. So the gate was actually shaped like this, right? So the thing that you need to realize, chat, is if the gate swings this way towards incoming cars, if you are sitting at this out position, right, there is nothing to stop the gate once it makes contact with your car, because the thing that's supposed to stop it is this crucial piece of gate that is broken from the last car it hit. Right? Everyone following? But this piece is no longer here. So there is nothing to stop the top part of your car from going. Right? We're all on the same page? I got you. Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the stream. So, now that you understand the anatomy of this gate, right? I am trying to leave. On the side over here, keep in mind, when we got to the Airbnb 3 days prior, it was nighttime and this sign is on a hill. On this side only, so you see nothing if you're trying to leave, because you just see the back of the sign. On this sign that is only on the going into the neighborhood, it says gate closes after every car. That's really important information. Everyone agree? Coming out, you only see the back of this sign that has nothing printed on it. You just see like steel on the side. But you have a lovely stop sign. And this stop sign right here says, "Stop. Please wait for gate to open." Okay? Everyone following? So, we have me in my lovely car. We'll say I'm here, right? And I am obviously in the passenger seat, or the driver's seat. Shan is in the passenger seat, and Jordan is in the back. Okay? It's the three of us. Now keep in mind, chat, the gate is basically shaped like Nebraska. Right? Gate is shaped like this. Let's make this part actually even longer, because it was. So this is how the gate is shaped. And remember, the gate swings this way. Your computer mouse got it. Yes, exactly. You got it, kitty. So gate swings this way. I come down the hill and I'm at the stop sign and the gate is open, which means that the gate is perpendicular to this, to how it normally is. I think that's correct math terms. I don't remember. Either way, gate is like this, if you will. And so what happens is I'm stopped, right? Or I'm at the stop sign. And the only thing that this sign says here is stop, wait for gate to open. So I am at the stop sign and the gate is open. The lovely thing about this gate as well is that it does not have lights. It does not have sound. It does not have reflective tape. It has no way of telling you or indicating to you when this gate is shutting, if it's shutting soon, how long it has to shut, if it's processing and about to shut. You have no idea. So, as you can imagine, chat, what started to happen is the gate that was like this started swinging shut as I was trying to go because the gate was open, following the sign's instructions. So it starts swinging back like this, meaning that this pointed part was able to just go and completely stab my car. And because it came from this side as opposed to coming from this side, there's no reaction time. Oh, how fast did it swing shut? Pretty fast. Fast enough to where me coming down this hill, there's no reaction time. The only thing that I could do in that given moment in time was brake. That is the only thing that I could do. So this part of the gate was able to go completely through my hood, completely push my hood through my windshield. And I'm not going to say these words out loud, chat, but had I been going any faster or not stopped when I did, if I had been pushed any farther forward, it would not have made contact with my hood. It would have made contact with other things in its path. And I'm hoping you guys can get the gist because I refuse to say that sentence out loud. So, because they didn't fix the gate and this part was gone, it just had free reign to go and not stop. There was nothing to stop it this entire time until it swung all the way through and shut again. You're suing, right? I don't have the money to sue. I do not have the money. I'm coming off 4 months of traveling. Like, my mom is a teacher. My car just got totaled. They did not give us a lot for the car at all. Like, we spent the entire night calling like car people in our area and trying to get good deals. Like, I can't afford to lease a car. I'm gonna have to get a used car that probably has 100,000 miles on it and hope that I can get a payment under $200. So, like, if I can't even afford to get a car with money of insurance giving me money for this car and us turning in another car, like, I cannot afford to sue. It's not something, like, if I had two parents and we had double income coming in, if I, was making even more money from 3 jobs, it would be a different conversation. It would be a whole different conversation. But moral of the story, this gate swung, went through my car, and then the other thing about it is the people who lived there were awful. They were horrible. It was primarily retired folks. However, they decided that instead of saying anything helpful in seeing the state that my car was in, and if any of you guys are just coming into stream and you have not seen what my car looks like, allow me to paint you a bit of a picture here. This is my car. This is what my car looks like currently. So people saw this of my car, and everyone who was coming in or coming out, either way, of the neighborhood, decided instead of saying, "Oh my gosh, are you guys okay? What can we do to help?" decided to call us stupid bitches, and sat there and cursed us out, called us every single name that you could possibly think of in the book, harassed us. I can't see. Hold on. I can't see. Hold on. Hold on. Americam, thank you so much. It's just a scratch, honestly, for sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the 23 months. Thank you. Thank you, gamer. I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a minute since we've talked. I know it's been a minute since just like life itself has happened, but I appreciate you, gamer, and I hope life is treating you fantastically. So yeah, we were called every single name in the book. And this group of elderly men were so bothered, I guess, if you will, by the fact that their gate damaged my car, mind you, because it said stop, wait for gate to open. I was at stop sign, gate was open, showed no signs of shutting, so I went through. Call it shocking, right? They were so bothered by this that they drove from the top of the mountain to where we were on an ATV and pulled up next to my car to only get out, and I kid you not, they sat there and cussed us out for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We have it on video recording. They called us stupid bitches. Oh my gosh. Gabby. Okay, I was waiting. I wasn't sure if there was a message. Gabby, thank you so much for the $50. You did not need to do that, gamer. You did not need to do that. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you more than words can comprehend. I'm going to take this away just so people who are coming in aren't like, what is going on? What is this? But yeah, they literally stood there and cussed all of us out for minimum 5 minutes. Like I said, they called us stupid bitches. They called us everything in the book. And they were just horrible. Like, absolutely horrible. It was awful. Like, and they just wouldn't leave. Like, Taylor was like, please leave us alone. Like, obviously, if I could move my car, I would. We weren't blocking traffic. We weren't doing anything of the sort. They were just so bothered and had nothing better to do that they were just like, oh, young women, let's go harass them. Is just genuinely what it was. But, Gabby, you are an angel. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the $50 bomb. That is so nice of you. You obviously did not have to in the slightest. And, like, it genuinely means more than words can express. I've been very stressed. I've been having panic attacks basically from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed. So, like, I'm trying not to cry is just genuinely what it was. Because we were on the phone with car people trying to figure out options and, like, what I could even realistically afford. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was basically crying before the stream. So, just know it means more than words could ever possibly express. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I had to, like, keep the story going so I wouldn't cry on the spot. It was a good diversion to stop the tears. But it was horrible. The leader of the HOA came down, and instead of doing anything helpful, they were like, well, you need to call the sheriff's office because you damaged our gate. And so then we had to get a sheriff involved, and the sheriff was basically like just trying to get people to stop because he was so aware that, like, we were just being treated horribly. And, like, he said, and I quote, "It's a good thing you didn't damage their gate." And so he was going around and he was, like, literally taking body cam footage and was like, you know, like, giving me the look of, like, we're on the same page. So that was really nice. I can confidently say for the first and I pray only time in my life, I got to ride in the back of a cop car because my car had to get towed because it was totaled. And he was like, I'm not leaving you guys here because you don't have a ride, because my mom was on her way and we were in the mountains. So we were, like, so far away from home. My mom was on her way and he's like, I refuse to leave you here. It was me and Shan at this point because Taylor was able to take everyone else back and Shan didn't want to leave me alone. So he was like, I'm not leaving you here to get harassed by the elderly because they are volatile, very clearly, and have nothing better to do with their time than to do this. And we're not having that happen. So he was like, you want to ride in the back of a police car? And I was like, I guess. And he was actually really cool, which was kind of nice. So I got to ride in the back of a sheriff's car. And he, like, went out of his way to, like, move the bulletproof glass from the back of his car and was like, let me just make sure you guys can get airflow back there. Cause it was so hot and so muggy in the mountains. It was, like, disgusting out. So he did that. It was really cool. And we ended up pulling off to, like, this, like, meetup area. Oh my gosh, Gabby, what are you doing? Also, highlight Glory.
Okay, so often, a lot of lawyers will work upon payment after whatever settlement is awarded. Also, I don't need a taco talk, trust me.
I'm very glad you don't need a taco talk. Thank you. I appreciate you. Like, okay, we're gonna talk so I don't cry. We're gonna talk so I don't cry. Truthfully, it's kind of a situation where unless they try to sue me for damaging their gate, we're probably just not gonna countersue. It's too much. And like, I'm not going to lie. There's just a lot of trauma that's attached to it. Wow. Whoo, we're trying not to cry. There's a lot of trauma that's attached to the court system. And, it's very hard, and it's a very sticky thing to deal with, especially considering how volatile they were. Just seeing people who were in distress. I don't really know if I want to see what they want to say to me when they are unfiltered and where they just don't care. And I've been in a position several times in my life where I'm just like not believed. And just like the gaslighting that kind of comes with that. And so it's kind of one of those situations where, because of the trauma and because of just like the mental, like just exacerbation and everything that comes with it, I'm kind of in a boat where like, unless they come after me, we're probably just not going to come after them. Like, I'm just kind of in a point where I would rather just be a pacifist and say, hey, you know, you fucked up. Like, your gate should not be a legal gate. You have to have some indication of whether the gate is opening or closing. And if you're not going to do an indication, you have to have a sign on the other side that says it closes after every car. Because for you to just have a sign that says, wait for the gate to open, and as soon as the gate's open, you're good. And especially considering the fact that when the leader of the HOA marched her way down the hill to like my car that was thankfully not up in flames, and it was just like, well, we tell all of our Airbnb people like the exact information that they need to give you about the gate because it will destroy your car, and it has destroyed several cars. And so it's not our fault that you failed to follow instructions. I didn't know there was instructions. I was never told instructions, first and foremost. And I was like, but you can't leave that up to your Airbnb people. You have to have proper signage. Like, that's just how, like, that's the legality of everything. You can't just have that on one side, because had it said it closes after every car, like, I would have stopped. I would have, you know what I mean? Like, I would have waited for it to shut and then reopen, had that been the case. But when it says wait for it to be open and go, and it's open, so I go, like, that's what anyone's gonna do. And like I said, had I not reacted as fast as I had, and had I not been going as slow as I was and reacted the way that I did, it could be a situation where I'm not alive right now and people don't have noggins. Because there's no stop feature once it goes through your car. It's not like, oh, tee-hee, we hit something, let's back up. It just kept plowing. So that's just a very bad thing, you know? So just everything that was just involved with it, you know? Like, there was just no really good part to it. Aside from the sheriff was great, which is like really, really positive. Sliding or swing gate, it swung out. I did a whole like diagram at the beginning of the stream. All I got is contact the sheriff again to see what other people have done as potential class action. That way you don't have to be the main one to fight. I mean, yeah, we can see. It was a swing. So basically, here, I'll show you what I did before. So this is the gate. I was leaving. The gate is shaped like this. It should have been a rectangle like this, but it has crushed so many cars that this entire corner is broken off. And you can see where it's broken off on the gate. So it's shaped like this. And it swings in like this. So that way when it's fully open, it's basically facing like this, right? You're following? So basically what happened was it was like this, and it decided that it was going to close as I was going through, which meant it swung back this way, which meant that this pointed part of the car or gate just went swing and had nothing to stop it from taking out the entire front of my car, because this bottom piece was gone, which is what would have made it hit my like bumper, and it maybe would have just dented the front of my car. It would have stopped this top part from going through. But because this piece was missing, that top part was just able to clear everything in its path and just shut. That's how it was. And there's no lights, there's no sound, there's no reflective tape, there's no indicators, there's no signage, there's no nothing. There's no nothing. So, that's basically what it is. Again, they were just so volatile. Like, it's just like I don't know if it's worth my time and my effort and my energy. Like, I am more than happy to just get a car that functions. Like, from where we've talked around with and everything like that, it is very clear that leasing is not an option. Just not realistic considering the fact that now that I'm 26 and I turned 26 this month, which is the lovely added thing on top of it, chat, is not only would I be buying a new, aka new to me, not actually new car, it's a new car that we have to pay for, plus the registration, your licensing, all that kind of stuff, on top of car insurance, on top of health insurance that I now have to get, on top of credit card payments, on top of rent, on top of me needing to get my contacts because I went through my vision appointment, and so I'm on a trial pair of contacts, and if I like these contacts, then I have to order them. So I also have to pay for my year supply of contacts this month before my insurance is no longer valid at the end of this month. So it's just a lot of big things to happen right after I'm coming off of 4 months of traveling. So that's just where the stress is, because it's just a lot to put on my plate when I was expecting to just be like, oh, hey, let me go get my contacts. And then I'll figure out some kind of health insurance, you know? That's what I was expecting. So for it to go from just like, oh, this is really manageable. It's kind of like the sound effect of like, I can't stop winning. And it's just like, I'm turning 26. And it's just like the, burn, oh, dang it, burn, oh, dang it, burn, oh, dang it, burn, oh, dang it. Or like, I just got back from Hawaii. Let's financially recover. Burn, oh, dang it. Like, oh, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I did wake up today without a panic attack though. So that's good. My appetite still isn't back, but not waking up without a panic attack is good. That is a good thing. At least get the sheriff your contact info, because then if someone, for instance, has an issue too and wants to sue because it happens to them, the sheriff could be like, hey, Lindsay's number. I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't know if I have a way to contact him. Like, I know I could probably contact the station and stuff like that. We're waiting for the police report as well, because we had to file that. So we'll definitely have that in case they're like, oh my god, we're gonna sue you because you damaged our already damaged gate because we don't have proper signage and we destroyed your car. You know, like, we have that as a backup in case they decide that that's the route that they want to take, because, I mean, it's on his body cam footage of him saying, well, it's a good thing you didn't damage the gate. And I was like, well, can you verify that? Because they're trying to say that I did. And, like, literally aside from where it, like, you can clearly see that there's scratches and, like, my paint from my car on the gate that it just removed. Like, that's it. And they're like, well, it's technically a little dented right here and stuff like that. And we're like, huh? And even the police officer was like, huh? So, Ryan with the 20. I know it's not much, but it's the least I can do. Heart emoji. You're, oh, sorry. It's going to repeat this out loud. I forgot Brian reads these out loud if they're over $5. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Ryan. That's very kind of you. I'll wait for Brian to read it out loud so I don't read it out loud twice. It's time to get a dash cam. I mean, I could. I don't even know how much those are. Again, it's the financially recovering portion of it that makes this very spicy, if you will. I lost my train of thought. But thank you so much, Ryan. And again, like, I don't expect you guys to donate. Like, that's not what I'm, like, trying to, like, do right now, because I know subathon is coming up too, and, like, I know you guys have a lot of saving for that.
I know it's not much, but it It's the least I can do. Heart, always here if you need anything, Linz. You deserve a lot better. Also, happy early birthday.
Thank you. I forgot it's almost my birthday. Like, my birthday is so depressing this year because of the fact that it's like insurance. And so like, that's all I see it as, is like this ticking time bomb of like, oh, guess what? You have 30 minutes. You have 29 minutes. You have 28 minutes. And I don't mean days. It's just like, it feels like it's minutes in my head. Thank you so much for the 20, Ryan. That's very, very generous of you. And like I said, I don't want people to feel obligated to donate. I don't want people to feel pressured to donate. Like, I'm here to story time because I know that there's a lot of people who are like, what happened? You know, especially considering like I haven't been live much because the internet went out directly before that. Internet should be fixed though. So that's really positive, chat. I don't know if I got to give you guys an update on that either, but the reason we had internet issues and like OBS was constantly like exploding for like the times before that, was because an animal, a little critter, if you will, a woodland creature, you know how basically how internet works, right, chat, is you have the line that goes from your house to like the main line that all the houses connect to in order to have internet in your entire neighborhood. Like, you kind of follow, there's the main line and there's where your house meets that line, right? So, some woodland critter ate it. They ate our line. Yeah. So I called my internet company and was just like, hey, so last time someone came out here, they were talking about like rewiring the house. I think that's the point that we're at, like, because it's been over a year. Things aren't improving. They're better for a little bit, but like it is so bad right now. It is like there are no words to express how bad this is right now, if you will. And so the tech came out. And the tech comes inside and he goes, so, I have news. And I was like, oh, great, fantastic. Please tell me your news, right? And he was like, so, I opened the line to see where your line meets the line that connects to your entire neighborhood. And first and foremost, there's bones in there. So that's interesting. And I was like, not human, correct? We're on the page of that's not human. And he goes, oh yeah, no, it's not human. But you have something that was living in there. And I went, oh, good. And he goes, so I don't know if it was a snake. I don't know if it was bunnies. I don't know what it was. But it's not there now. So that's all that matters. But you have a critter that was living in there. And said critter ate your internet line. And that's why it was so, like, everywhere. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, hi, gamers. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in, gamers. Hi, James. Hi, Koza. Hi, Z-Dog. Hello, gamers. Chat, I'm sure like 99,000% of you guys are already following Vandy, but in case you are not following Vandy, chat, this is your time to do it. Your internet issues was because an animal ate the internet line. That is correct. A lovely woodland critter, something of the sort, enough to where it had teeth strong enough to do it, ate my internet line. But hello, everyone from the Vandy raid. For those of you who do not know, hi, my name is Linz. I am the girlfriend to Mr. 323 variety. So a critter ate my homework. Exactly. That sounds like a very southern sentence. How are you, friend? I am present and alive. You guys just kind of you missed story time a little bit. Maddie with the $20. Thank you so much, gamer. Sending a little bit of love. It's gonna repeat this. I don't know why I'm reading it out loud. Thank you so much for like your first super chat here. It says on a live stream. I don't know if that means ever, like this is your first super chat. And like, let me just say, it's an honor to be the first, whether it's on this channel or just in general. So thank you so much, Maddie. That was very, very generous of you. It means the entire world. Thank you, thank you. I see Totoro, so I'm here to stay now. Oh, we have so many Totoros. We have that Totoro. My sub badges are Totoro. I have Big Chungus down there. I have the little baby Totoros. We have, this is a Totoro.
Sending a little bit of love.
That's Totoro.
Hopefully it all gets better soon and happy early birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate the happy early birthdays. Thank you, gamer. We have this is a Totoro safe space. We love Totoro here. But thank you so much, Maddie. It genuinely means a lot. So, Ayo, John with the 5 gifties. Thank you so much, gamer. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, gamer. Thank you, thank you. If you are gifted a member, be sure to say thank you. I hope you guys enjoy your sub badges and your emotes and all of the wonderful things, gamers. Thank you, thank you. Actual people getting the gifties? Oh, were actual people not getting gifties? Were actual people not getting gifties? I went to my Barnes & Noble for book 1. I found an ARC copy of my Los... Oh, wait, that's so exciting. Congratulations. I hope you have a wonderful time reading. I've been reading Zodiac Academy right now. It's an interesting ride. I'm like very 50-50 on how I feel about it, but I've been told I have to wait a little bit, so I'm kind of letting it ride a little bit. I should say actual chatters, random people, instead of like chatters who are... Oh, interesting. Okay, I got you. There's been issues for whatever reason in Vandy streams. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. That's very strange. That's very strange. Well, thank you so much regardless. It really does mean the entire world's gamer. Thank you, thank you. But... What?
The usual not go and say anything.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, gamer. Like, it really does. I like chat. I'm trying so hard not to cry right now. I really am. I'm like, listen, for those of you who came on like Vandy's stream, like I am not... The mental space is not good right now. We're at a very fragile state. I'm very delicate. So it doesn't take much to push me over the edge right now. Viper with the 5 months. Thank you so much, gamer. I appreciate you. I hope you've been doing well, gamer. I know it's been a minute since I've been able to like say hello and tweedledee and tweedledum, but it is wonderful to see you, gamer. I appreciate you. Thank you. But yes, TLDR for chat who was here. Yes, internet was...
Every sport is gifting 10 packs to the community.
I got you, gamer. I got you. If you guys want free Streamloots packs, I got a link coming soon to a theater near you. An animal ate my internet cord, which was why internet was so bad. So they had to completely rewire my entire, like, the cord that connects the internet to our entire house to the main line. So then that way it wouldn't get eaten. So that is the tail end of that story. Okay, here is a link for you gamers. The space wasn't very big, so like maybe it was a raccoon. I don't know. My guess is bunny, just because of like how small the space was, but I don't know anything about any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm very glad internet got fixed in time for subathon. That is very good, very big, very massive. But yeah, for everyone who's coming in on Vandy's side, sorry, Linz's stream, you're gonna hear this again, but I know that there's people who were curious and asking. Yes. KC.
Sup, Lindsay?
Hi.
Sorry you had such a bad experience during your girls' trip. There is a crumble cookie gift card in your email to enjoy when your appetite comes back. Thanks for being kind and amazing. Have so many B-Day gifts for you. You are cooler than...
Oh, cut you off. Thank you, gamer. I appreciate you. Thank you. Literally so generous. Literally so beyond generous. Thank you, gamer. What kind of animal could it come back? That's a great question. We're gonna find out. He said because it was only like bones in the area where the cord was, that they don't think anything was recently there. Like nothing looked fresh. Otherwise they would have said other stuff, but he said you should be good for now. So I'm gonna say, okay, smile. But for anyone who is like wondering or like saw the lore on Twitter or heard Vandy talk about it, etc., they were just animal bones and stuff like that. Yeah. something like that. But for everyone who is like confused as to like girl trip lore, this is my car. This is what happened on Girls Trip. It was caused by a swinging gate malfunctioning and crushing my car. And then we were verbally assaulted by everyone who lived in the neighborhood, who called us every single book, like every single name in the book, every single slur in the book. They had so much free time on their hands that the elderly came down in golf carts from the top of the mountain to where my car was just to cuss us out for fun. We do have that on video, but I was called a dumb bitch, or that we were a group of dumb bitches. I'm just trying to keep it PG for Vanny because I know he just rated. More times than I can count. No one was actually helpful or like asked if we needed help. They just decided that we were just going to be called every single word in the book. But yeah, that's my hood going through my windshield. And so basically the TLDR that I was telling chat here, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. Okay, so we were on a mountain road. This is gonna be a very fast drawing. Because I know my side of the stream has heard this quite a few times now, but obviously there's a lot of people who have questions. So this is the road, okay? This is from the top of the mountain. This is from the base, right? So this is you coming into the neighborhood. This is you leaving, going onto the main road. So what separates these two is a gate. This is your gate, everyone. Say hi, gate. So basically what happens is the gate, instead of going up and down in like this fashion, decides that it's going to be a swinging gate, which means it opens in this direction. So it swings towards the outside. Hi, Helios. So it opens like this. Everyone following? Now the gate itself is shaped kind of like Nebraska. So what it should be, the gate is shaped like Nebraska because it's broken. Let's make that very clear. So the gate is a giant rectangle that is separated into 4 segments. Okay? And there's like cute little bears that go across. It's this cute little design, right? However, because this gate takes out so many cars because they don't have proper signage, this bottom piece is actually broken off. So the gate actually looks like this. Okay? And so the thing that's very important to understand is this bottom piece is what stops the top part of the gate from being able to just do whatever it wants. So if you were driving and this gate hit your car, if it had the bottom piece still, it would just bend your bumper and it would stop this top piece from going, right? However, with this top piece missing, it has free reign to just take out the entire top of your car. Everyone following? Because there's nothing to stop it at the bottom, because this is where your bumper is. Up here is where your hood, your windshield, the people, that's where all of this is, right? So, I'll give you a lovely, simple drawing over here. Just to remind you. So, I was here, okay? I was here. And it was me here, Shan was here, Jordan, like Tobin's girlfriend or wife, was in the back seat. Okay? And on this side of the street, the side that is facing this way, and you can't see it on this side where I am, you just see the back of the sign. So you see like steel. On this side, it has lovely information that says gate closes after every car. That's really important information to know, right? On this side, you only have a stop sign. And it says stop, wait for gate to open. Okay? So I'm here. I'm at the stop sign. And when I went through, the gate was open. So gate swung this way and was now basically like this. You know? Because that's just kind of how it would hang, right? So gate was like this. But in order for gate to shut, it has to swing back this way. Everyone following? So, gate was open. I was at stop sign. So I did what any normal human would do based on the stop sign when it says stop, wait for gate to open. That is the only sign that is there, other than a lovely FedEx box that's over here. Have no fear. Let's make sure that that's included. So I go. And keep in mind, this gate has no sounds. It has no lights. It has no indicators. It has no reflective tape. It has no markings, no nothing. No way to tell how much time is left, if it's gonna close, if it's opening, if it's responded to you. You have just no way. Okay? No indication. So I start driving. And I'm going down the hill. And the gate does what the gate does and closes. Yep. And so because it swings like this, if you're driving at a normal speed, you have no reaction time because you are this close to the gate that is now vertical, if you will. So it literally just slammed into my car. And keep in mind, because that bottom piece is missing, it took my hood and dragged it and pushed it through my windshield. And because there was no bottom piece to stop it, it kept going and going and going and going and took out everything in its path until it finally shut again. And just keep in mind, chat, had I been driving any faster, had I not hard braked and stopped my movement, there would have been nothing stopping it from taking out anything in its path that might have been further back, including bodies. Including my head. So, that's what happened. And so all of us just sat there like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We actually said a lot worse words, but I'm just really trying to keep this as PG as possible. And it was really traumatic. And so I was just like, holy beep, right? Why would a gate not have an indicator, sounds, or anything like that? I would love to know the answer to that question. So, like I said, everyone was horrible to us. Every single person who came through, who lived in the neighborhood, made sure that I knew that I was a dumb bitch. We were cussed out. I was called every single slur in the book. They got into a screaming match with Taylor. They came from the top of the mountain in golf carts to just come down and yell at us because they had nothing better to do with their free time. And then the president of the HOA came down and was like, hey, you damaged our gate. And I was like, no, I think your gate damaged my car. I think your gate destroyed my car because you don't have proper signage. And they're like, well, there's a stop sign. And I was like, no, beep, Sherlock. Guess what? I was at the stop sign and it says stop, wait for gate to open. And believe it or not, the gate was open. So you want to know what I did? I went, because that's what you do after you stop and the gate is open. Believe it or not. So, your gate crushed my car. And then they demanded for my first name, my last name, my license plate number, and my cell phone number. And they said a whole bunch of mean things to me. And then they proceeded to, once they were at the top of the mountain at their lovely home, they were like, well, you need to call the sheriff because you need to file a crash report because you damaged our car. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me go do that. So because I was on the phone with insurance, and keep in mind, chat, this happened on Labor Day, so no one was open and no one was answering a phone. That was the really fun thing about it. Taylor calls the sheriff, and the sheriff was like, holy beep, when it came to the damage. He was like, I was not expecting that at all. He was like, did your car didn't catch fire, correct? And I was like, no, thank goodness. Yeah, thank God it didn't catch fire. And And he was like, well, it's a good thing you didn't damage the gate. And I was like, I'm so glad you said that, because that's what they wanted you here for, was because I damaged their gate. So we got to have this lovely thing where he went through with his body cam and was like, but he was just so over how we were being treated. He was definitely on, obviously I can't say that he said anything, right? You know, but I can confidently say he wanted to get us out of there because of the situation. You know, I can't speak for the police officer or say like he was on like whatever side, but he was great. He was an angel. He was the one who was like, all right, insurance, you got like 10 minutes. Am I calling the tow truck or are you calling the tow truck? Because we are getting them out of this like right now. And so he called the tow truck. He got us out of there pretty fast. And so it was me and Shan. Taylor ended up taking everyone else back because everything was taking so long. My mom had to drive from like forever away, to try to pick us up from everything. And he was like, so because your mom's really far away and, everything that's happening, Baldur's Gate has a whole different meaning to it now. It really does. Listen, chat, I will never trust a gate again in my life, ever. I will never trust a gate. Thank you so much for the 5, by the way. That's very generous of you. He was like, you want to ride in the back of my car? And I was like, sure.
Man, Baldur's Gate has a whole new meaning to it now, ::linsquint::linspain::linspain.
Yeah. All of that things. And so he's like, you wanna ride in the back of my car? And I was like, when else am I gonna be able to ride in the back of a sheriff's car if I didn't do something bad? So I said, sure. So me and Shan got to ride in the back of the sheriff's car. We got to meet up with the tow truck like way down the road. And this is really funny, chat. It's a little like Easter egg into the story, and it's really funny. James, thank you so much for the 5 gifties, gamer. I appreciate it more than you could ever know. Thank you. That's so kind. It means so much, gamer. Thank you so much for all the love. Thank you so much for all of the support. Thank you. That's very kind. You've had a rough week and deserve it. It means more than you could ever know. Thank you. And if you were gifted a member, be sure to say thank you, gamers, by the way. I hope you guys enjoy your emotes. I hope you enjoy all the badges, all that kind of wonderful stuff. He let me out so I could go talk to the tow truck because he just wanted to get us out of that driveway, if you will. Thank you, Strawberry, for the 10. Get yourself your favorite coffee with this. Stop, I will cry right now. Thank you so much, gamer. That's so kind of you. Thank you.
Hope you are doing okay. Get yourself your favorite coffee with this smile.
One day I'll train myself that it reads the messages out loud. Thank you. And that way you don't have to hear them twice. But you guys are so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. Words and stuff and words. James, thank you so much for being a member. You gifted before you were even a member? Hold on. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes, gamer. You gifted before you even did it for yourself. And that says a lot about your character, gamer. Let me tell you. So he went to like, open the door so I could get out and like go talk to the tow truck guy. And he asked Shan, he was like, hey, do you want to get out too? And she was like, yeah. And she goes to open her door and she's like, wait, my door won't open. And she's like jiggling it. She's like, hey, so, I can't get out. Like, why won't my door open? And Blush Shan so much. The officer looked at me and we kind of gave this look to each other and he looked at her and he goes, honey. He didn't call her honey. I need to make that very clear. He was like, it's designed to keep people in. It's not supposed to open from the back. Otherwise, the bad guys can just jump out of the car. And she goes, oh. And the best part about the whole thing was she didn't realize this at the time. It just kind of came to her after the fact. Wait, does that say bless her heart? That's so funny. Thank you for becoming a member. Let me pull up a picture of this. For the Lynn side of stuff, you didn't hear this yet. So she didn't realize this, but she was in the back of the cop car with me. A sheriff's car. Not even just a police officer. A sheriff's car. And just happened to forget what she was wearing. And keep in mind, weed is only partially legal here in Georgia. Like, it has to be under a certain amount. Otherwise, it's illegal, is basically my understanding. I don't know. I don't do pot. I don't smoke. I don't know any of that stuff. But she turns to me and said, Linz, I forgot I was wearing this. This is my backpack that I wore in the back of a cop car, by the way. So, not only was she just like, Mr. Officer, my door won't open, but when she got out, that's what she was wearing. And so she didn't tell me that until after we were waiting in the police station for my mom to pick us up. She was like, hey, Linz. And I was like, yeah? She goes, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, yeah, Shan? What's up? And she goes, look at my backpack. Where was Taylor? So Taylor was on the clock. Taylor had to work on Labor Day. So as she was getting my stuff, we had Shan used her hotspot on her phone. So that way Taylor was able to do work from the side of the road on her laptop. Because she had to work remote. And she stayed for as long as she could, but she had stuff that she actually had to do where like she could not be remote for it. And so Taylor ended up bringing back Jordan. That way she wasn't stuck, and like she's had a lot of trauma in her life. Jordan has had enough trauma, chat. She does not need any more, and I already added to it by having this gate crush my car, even though it wasn't my fault. So Taylor promptly just like scooped up Jordan metaphorically and was like, tee-hee, we're gonna go. But that's why Shan stayed with me, to make sure that like things were good. Obviously Lex and them would have stayed as well. But they had to get Kylie to the airport because Kylie had to fly back to Canada. So, it was a time. I do have to say, I don't know whether they want this public or not, but I do have to like say like the utmost praise and the utmost like thanks, because I do genuinely have like some of the sweetest, thoughtful, like kindest friends in the world. My car was a total loss. It means it was totaled, for those of you who do not know. So my car is no longer drivable. It's done. It's currently probably being salvaged, is probably what's happening. And so I had driven back up with Caden the next day to just like get everything out of my car from where they towed it. Because they were like, get everything out because you will never see this car again, kind of a thing. Thankfully, nobody was injured, by the way. I do need to make that clear. Thankfully, I was able to stop in time to where the gate did not come through the window and take out our heads. That was something that was good to happen. But I was at the impound, not the impound, but I was at the tow lot, whatever the hell you want to call it. Literally taking all of my last belongings out of my car. And like, this car has been with me through a lot. I moved across the country in that car. I was really emotional about it. And And we had like literally just gotten the last like belongings out of my car. And Lex texts me and she goes, check your Venmo. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I looked down. Hold on. I want to make sure I actually have like all of the credible names here. Not phone. I need photos. All of the friends pooled together, and I got a message for a large sum of money that said, from me, aka Lex, Dylan, Vinny, Kylie, Jordan, Rich, Taylor, Luke, Carthu, Shan, John Stone, Caleb, which is Nacho Walrus, and Kate. And it was basically a large sum of money for them to pool together for me to put towards a new car. And thankfully that the amount that they sent me is enough to... It should hopefully be enough to cover basically everything that I have to do at the DMV in regards to like the registration and just like the stuff like that when it comes to the car. So thankfully, as long as that money's enough, I tried to do the math in my head. Hopefully I don't have to pay anything out of pocket when it comes to like the registration and all that kind of stuff for the new to me car is what I call it, because a new car is not happening. But I think altogether, James, thank you so much for the 5 gifties, gamer. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. No, like literally, they are all angels. Like never in a million years was I expecting to look down at my phone and see a message that basically said like, hey, we all pooled together to like just try to make it a little less stressful on you, you know? Because like obviously like it wasn't my fault, you know? Like I didn't ask for my car to be totaled. I didn't hit someone, you know? Like the gate was just like, hey, I'm gonna shut. And that was just it, you know? So they're literally angels, and I just broke down sobbing. It's just genuinely what happened. So I sent them this whole, like, the sappiest message ever, and I was like, I need to stop, like, yapping now, because otherwise I'm just gonna repeat myself of how, like, appreciative I am of every single one of you guys, and just how much you guys mean to me. Because, like, never in a million years was I expecting that, you know? So we're fingers crossed hoping that, like I said, that'll be able to cover the registration, the title, the taxes, the BS money that comes with like getting a new to you car. All right, chat. We are apparently having a dance party, so that's nice. If you want to have a dance party, you can type dankies in all caps in the chat. And you can have a little dankies party. Yeah! Look at him go! Look at him go! Dankies! You have to do it in all caps, otherwise it won't work. But yeah, you can just type dankies. And it gives you a little dancing frog. I have no idea what dankies means. So this is where I teach YouTube chat about better TTV. Basically, you can get a browser extension. It's free. So it works with Google Chrome. It works with Opera. It works with like whatever you have. But basically, it's a way for you to get like 1,000 free emotes. We have them here on the channel as well. I think if I click on this, it'll show them all. But oh, they're underneath me. Hold on. If I remove myself, like like all of these down here where there's like all these little guys, these are all free emotes that you can use in my chat. And as long as you have the browser extension turned on, you can see them. So like, I think I have the 𝗘𝗘𝗔𝗧𝚘𝚗 one. Yeah. So like if you type whatever word you see there, I think it's 𝗘𝗘𝗔𝗧𝚘𝚗, then it literally just brings up a clip of Vandy twerking his ass. And it's free. So it's basically just a way for your computer to read like words, and it gives you free emotes out of it. So like it works in my chat. It's really popular on Twitch. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. We have like over 100 free emotes that you guys can use like anytime you want. And as long as you...
This door.
Yeah. Hi. But yeah, you guys have like a whole bunch of free emotes that you guys can use. And it's literally just downloading a browser extension. So, like I said, it works on Google Chrome, it works on Opera, it works on Firefox, like whatever browser you use to watch your streams, it works. It doesn't work for mobile, unfortunately. But you guys can type 𝗚𝗎𝚘 too. And if you guys type 𝗚𝗎𝚘, then 𝗚𝗎𝚘 shows up in chat. So there's a whole bunch of them that are really, really cool. So if you guys are ever wanting to have free emotes, if you're like, hey, I want to be a part of chat, but like I can't afford to sub, all that kind of stuff, it still allows you to like use emotes and not be in a position where like you have to pay. Here, I can make this bigger for you guys too, so you guys can actually like... James, thank you so much for the 5 chests.
Flying Boxers 1 has purchased 5 chests.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much, gamer. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Like this is a kitty who... Angie, thank you. I don't have Plink yet. I need to get Plink. But thank you so much, Angie, for the gifties. Thank you, thank you. That's so generous of you. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of emotes that you guys can get for free. So I always try to like let people know that this is an option. We have a like chat command for it too. We have a little chat command for it too. But yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So like this one's like a popcorn one. This is like a yapping one. There's a whole bunch. And like I said, these are free. So you don't have to pay real money for them. So if anyone ever needs like help downloading it or like understanding how it works, any of that stuff, we're obviously like more than happy to help you guys anytime you need. So anytime you guys type Dankies in all caps, it will show up as dancing frog to me. So, I always just try to let people know. There's Bob. There sure is. There sure is. But you guys can also do... You guys can type this. You guys can do 𝗚𝗎𝚘 pet. And it pets 𝗚𝗎𝚘. It pets 𝗚𝗎𝚘. I know Vandy has it turned on his too. But... it's super popular over on Twitch. Better TTV and 7TV are like super big emote things. So that's why sometimes if you're like, why are people spamming like that weird random word in chat? 9 times out of 10, if you can't see an emote with it, it just means that you don't have Better TTV installed. Does he have the Vandy Dumpy? Vandy does. Yeah, I know Vandy has some Better TTV ones installed on his channel. But it's a super easy thing to download. And like I said, it might make your Twitch experience make a little bit more sense. Because like I know John's chat especially uses so much Better TTV and 7TV. So. Did I accidentally close out of chat? No, I didn't. Okay. I tried to be sure. Thank you so much, Maddie. I appreciate your donation so much. Thank you so much for vibing and being here tonight, gamer. Take care of yourself. Have a good night. But yeah, that's lore, chat. That's my life. That's the story of my car. Like I said, thankfully insurance was able to give me a decent amount for it. Like I think I got $6,000 out of my car. I can actually talk about what car I had before. I only had a 2009 like Toyota Camry, so like it really wasn't anything like massive or like good by any means. So we got like $6,000 for it. So we're gonna see what used cars we can get in the price range of that, considering there's not really a lot of like extra funds. I really can't pull out a loan. I can't do a whole bunch of other stuff. And like my mom's a single mom who's a teacher. So yeah, it was a really good car. I loved it. It was an amazing car. So we're just gonna see like what used car we can realistically get in that price range. We've just kind of accepted it's gonna have to be a used car. It's gonna have to probably start around 100,000 miles. So we're just kind of gonna see what we can get like brand wise, if you will. I know Toyotas last for a really long time. I know Nissans last for a really long time. I know Hondas last for a really long time. So I think we're gonna try to like stay in that wheelhouse and see if we can get just something that, even if it has a higher mileage, it's only at like half its lifespan, if you will. Because if I get another Toyota that, you know, has 80,000 miles, like that thing's gonna go all the way to probably 200,000, you know? Like I think mine had probably like 170,000 when I turned it in. So look up the year and model because they had some really bad ones. I mean, we'll see. Don't do Nissan? I've heard the opposite. I've heard that, like, Nissans are pretty solid. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. I know we called around. We're gonna see. When I worked on cars, I loved Nissans. Some Nissans suffer electrical issues. Yeah, I feel like here, the thing I've like accepted is like no matter what car I get myself into, you know what I mean? It's gonna have some issue, you know, like Jeeps are more prone to XYZ. Toyotas are more prone to XYZ. I don't think there's a car that I can put myself in that isn't known for having like some kind of issue. So I think it's just important to like look at the service records and like see whatever car that we either test drive or looking at just like the issues it's had in the past and just kind of seeing what the options are. Because I mean, like I said, with the price point that we're looking at, you're only going to have so many options. You know what I mean? Like without paying $20,000, $15,000 for a car, you know, it's a limited pool. And unfortunately, it's just an option of like, that's the only pool I have because there's no loan option. And like, even with my mom, like helping me out where she can, there's only so much money that she has, you know what I mean? So for that window that we're looking in, it's slim pickings, and you know, it's just kind of like diamond in the rough. So you kind of have to be like, oh, this car was traded in because they decided to lease. It only has this many miles. The service record's really good, but it's only going to be like 2 really good cars and a batch of like really bad ones, you know? So we'll see. We looked at leasing options and I can't afford it. It's just genuinely what it is, especially considering the fact that I have to pick up health insurance, car insurance, on top of a car payment, on top of credit cards, on top of like $700 rent every single month. It's just a lot. It's a lot of money. Especially considering I was going from rent and credit cards. That was like the 2 I had to pay for originally, you know? Would her being able to co-sign help if it comes to it? I mean, yeah. It's more so me just being able to afford a monthly payment. You know, that's just kind of what it comes down to. Because even though I have 3 jobs, right? Like, I'm not living in luxury. Like, me being at 3 jobs is like just enough for me to be at a point where I'm like, wow, I'm not stressed, you know? Like, I'm not saving exponentially either, but I'm also coming off of a lot of trips, you know? So I think now that things are slowing down and we don't have anything planned till like May of next year, I can kind of chill a little bit. But like, I'm sure she would co-sign for me if that was like an option. I just don't know how much that impacts her, if you will. But I mean, considering the fact that we have basically, we're in a solid spot. And like I said, thankfully, Lex and that entire wonderful group of friends pooled together to basically help cover the registration, and all the paperwork fees should be able to be covered by that pool of money that my friends were able to pull together, that they absolutely did not have to do. And I'm so like incredibly beyond thankful that this is even a conversation I'm willing to be, or like able to be, even that I'm even able to say words. Brain has just been like jello, you know? It's just been stressful. Also, thank you, Cody. I appreciate you. Thank you. So we'll see. There's obviously a lot of places in the area. There's a lot of options, if you will. So we'll just kind of see. We'll see what's available. Obviously we have subathon next weekend as well. So it's been all gas, no brakes on Project FIWB. And for those of you who do not know, I'm doing a secret project for subathon next weekend. It is September 14th for those of you guys who do not know. So if it's not on your calendar, I suggest marking it. Cause it's uncapped. It'll go on Vandy's YouTube and it'll be simulcasted to my Twitch at the same time. So it's going to be a really solid time. It's going to be very fun. So you're definitely not going to want to miss the start, because Project FIWB is, it's really silly and you guys are definitely going to enjoy it. And you're going to be like, whoa, really? So it'll be cool. I don't know how long it took for me to get the acronym. I've never said it out loud. It basically stands for Frick It We Ball, to keep it PG. Mainly because it was a very ambitious project for me to take on, given the time constraint that I had to do it. But it was a hyperfixation that I was very much interested in doing. And I looked at the time frame and I looked at my ability to hyperfixate and like the passion I had behind like just doing it. And I said, frick it, we ball. So it is now Project FIWB. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a fun time. So, like I said, I can't really say much about it, but you guys are definitely gonna wanna be there for it. So, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to see it, because I don't know if you're ever gonna see it again outside of that subathon. So it'll be a time. It'll be a good one. How have you guys been? Enough about the gate. Enough about the car. Enough about my internet being eaten by a woodland creature, and that's why my internet went out. Can I see your nails, please? You can. They're really grown out. It's really bad. But when we went to Hawaii, I got them done. And I made them as like neon and obnoxious as possible, because I said this is my one chance to just like go neon or go home. They're so grown out. It's like really bad. Just don't judge. But they're like neon French tips, and then these two fingers have like flowers on them. But yeah. So they're just really grown out. And I have been stress nibbling them. So you've also been having a time just in life. I'm very sad. Very sad that you've been having a time in life, if you will. Because obviously it's tough to go through it, but obviously I wouldn't risk that on anyone else. Are these Twitch subs? Is this what's happening? Is that why it's not appearing in my chat? Is this, hold on. Where's my Twitch dashboard? Where's my... Yes, okay. We have happy early birthday, the subscriber. We have bless her heart, the subscriber, which I did see earlier. And then we have you're doing great _ Thank you. Thank you to Ayo John for gifting the subbies. Thank you so much, gamer. Twitch subs is Ayo John specialty. Well, Ayo John, I got a lovely little thing for you. It is September, so come subathon time. For anyone who does not know, since subathon will be broadcasted on my Twitch is doing September right now, which is like a yearly little celebration that they do, where I believe, if I am not wrong, it is 25% off all gifted subs for the month of September. So, for any subathon goers, important information for you to have, because regardless of the amount that you, like, regardless of what platform you gift on, the timer still goes up regardless. So, I know a lot of you guys are, you know, YouTube Andies, if you will. But for any of you guys who are planning on gifting to make the timer go up, you might be able to get a discount on Twitch. I'm mainly just letting you guys know. And I'm just fully expecting to not stop. I'm just fully expecting to just not stop. We'll be here for the next 8 years, chat. It's gonna be great. And it's nice that we're doing it like at the same time for both of us, because then that way if I have to go to work or something like that, the Vandy can take the shift. And if he has to go record, then it'll be me, and we can just kind of like switch back and forth, and so we both kind of like get a break and can like rest as well. So like people can like cook dinner. I think I have a tea time in 8 years. Hey Vandy, did you ever research that one thing to send me, or are we just not doing that one thing? By the way, just casually asking, because you have yet to send me things in order to do a thing. Can talk to you about it later. Interesting. Ayo John gifting a tier 1 sub to rest is for the weak. Thank you. The one thing. Yeah, the one thing. We see the return of Linz Ross. Linz Ross is on the docket, chat. Oh, do you guys want to see something really funny? Hold on. It's in here, right? Hold on, chat. I don't think I took it out. Please hold. I'm wearing pajama shorts because I wanted to be comfy, chat. Don't judge me. It is here. Okay. So I know you guys are really big fans of Linz Ross from Subathon last time. And so my mom was at Target and she found this. And she said, I don't know if you want this because they only have it in like sizes that are way bigger than your size. And I was like, no, it'll be fine. And I figured it was perfect for Linz Ross streams. Oh, I just nailed the mic. Embarrassing, actually. Embarrassing. I am now the proud owner of this, and it will be worn during Linz Ross streams. So, she's here. So, we have a lovely Bob Ross t-shirt to wear while we recreate a Bob Ross painting. So, it'll be great. It'll be fantastic. I'm also going to try to catch up on emotes during Subathon as well, for like times where I'm either just like lurking in the background during Vandy shifts and stuff like that because I know my backlog is so massive. Can I see some of your artwork? Well, the last two like actual art pieces that I did during last subathon, I gave away to like some of the top donators. So I know Henry has one. I believe American has the other, if I'm not mistaken. But I signed them and gave them away. But those were like actual like physical paintings. Is my iPad is my iPad is on 1%. Do I have enough battery to open Procreate? These are some of the other drawings I've done. They're emotes actually, but I have made all of these. And I do have my list of people who still need emotes. I have you guys in a list in order. I'm going to try to get through them during subathon, and I can actually like do them on stream as well. So if you are waiting for an emote, I have you written down, and that's when I'm gonna try to get through like all of them, because there has not been time with Project FIWB. There has not been. So that's the main thing. Giveaway win, is it raffle style or auction? I believe what I did for the Bob Ross paintings was I took the top 5 like top donators from subathon and I just spun a wheel and I did it that way. If I think otherwise it was just the top 2 highest donators. I've done a few different giveaways, so I can't remember which one I did where. But there definitely will be giveaways during subathon. Some of it will just be raffle. Like I know I gave away like golden foil like TCG cards that I signed during subathon in the fall, I think was when I did that. And then for top donators, I gave away the Bob Ross paintings that I did and I signed them. And then spring subathon, I did it to where like as soon as you donated, you fell under a bracket or like a category, if you will. So if you donated at least $25, then I made an emote for you. If you donated at least $50, then you got yada, yada, yada. If you donated at least $100, you got yada, 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 yada. And then I think 200 plus was like the big package that came with like an emote plus like stickers and like Pokemon tattoos and a handwritten or a hand-drawn piece of artwork by me and a card and a whole bunch of stuff. I know because Chukro recently got theirs. Oh, and you got like a signed like affirmation card from me. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do this upcoming subathon. We haven't talked about the giveaway side of things yet, but there will definitely be giveaways during subathon for sure. For sure. Sounds like a good time. I'm glad. I have the card stored. It's an honor. It is indeed and in fact an honor. So we'll see. Obviously, we can always add things in during subathon as well if we're like, hey, what if we were to do this? And that's kind of why subathon's like really nice because you can just kind of do things on the fly and then it's just like, oh, teehee. I know we have a few incentives that hopefully you guys are like interested in. But yeah. Yeah, there's only so much I can say. So I go to say things and then I'm like, dang, I can't say that. So it's a time. I didn't know Vandy's dating an artist. Man's got lucky. I wouldn't say I'm like artist, if you will. I just taught myself how to do emotes again this year. I tried to teach myself during the pandemic and then a whole bunch of like bad things happened. And so my brain could only associate art with like that bad time in my life. You know what I mean? So I'm finally to a place where like I can do it and have that like cognitive separation between those two things. So I don't think I'm at a place where I can be like, oh yeah, I'm an artist, you know, like, I mean, but I'm doing the things, and I've definitely, like, there's been progress and stuff like that. So that's really cool to see. So it's been fun. You give Picasso a run for his money. Now, let me show you the first emote I ever made, and we'll see if that statement stands true. I would actually, if my iPad wasn't on 1%, and I do not have a charger in this room. But, the OG mods, they know. They know. My best friend is an artist. She's really good, though. That's so cool. 𝗔𝗯𝚎 an icon. It was. The good old days. The good old days. Everyone starts somewhere. They do. They do, they do. And I was able to recreate my first ever emote, and like the difference in quality between where I started versus where I'm at now. That's what we like to see. That's what I like to see. I swear it's gonna die in the middle of me trying to do this. But I'll try. I'll try. Oh, is the OG one not on here? Oh, it's not on here. I deleted it. Oh, 𝗔𝗓𝚓𝚗𝚗𝚘. I was that embarrassed by it. Is it in my photos? I'm pushing my luck. I know I'm pushing my luck. Okay. I didn't realize it synced my photos to what I had on my phone. I have to go back all the way. Okay, it's somewhere around here. And watch, I'm gonna find it, and then it's gonna die. That's gonna be my luck. I believe it was in this era of my life. Mayhaps. Oh, yeah! This was my first ever emote. And now wait for it. We're still here? Oh, it didn't go. It didn't go. Frick! Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Oh my gosh, it's so big. Look at how far we've come. Look at that difference. Look at it. That's just always what I saw in my head when, like, the meme of Rowlet turning around. Like, those one specifically where he's fighting the Groudon. We started here. And then we ended up here. This is called growth. This 1% has lasted an alarming amount of time. I didn't think I'd make it this far, to be honest with you. Low power mode is working overtime right now. But that's called growth, chat. That's growth and opportunity. So. No, that's grass type. Exactly. You guys are understanding.
𝗔𝗓𝚔𝚗𝚗𝚗 says, hydrate please, I'm begging.
I will. Have no fear. Hydration is here. There's not much water left in this, so. I wonder if you could turn you and Vandy into a fake Mon? Maybe. I have no idea how that would work. However, I am a believer. I am a believer. However, chat, I am gonna call it a stream today. I know it's been short. It's just been very stressful, and I just kind of wanted to have a stream come back, like actually fully test the internet, and just like get a feel for everything, but also to give you guys an update. I also went for like 2 hours almost, so we still went for like a solid amount of time for the most part. But make you guys Dragon Fairy works for me. Absolutely works for me. But we're gonna take a little look-see at cars tomorrow, so depending on what time I get home, I will try to be live. Otherwise, you guys are gonna see me so non-stop here soon with subathon. You guys are gonna be sick of my face. You're not gonna want to be here because you're gonna be like, oh, look, it's stinky smelly face that I'm always around. So I will try to be live as much as I can, given the fact that the whole car situation is happening and we have to get a new car in my hands and all that kind of stuff. On top of working on Project FIWB, which is all-consuming, and the team on it has basically been working from the minute we wake up to the minute we go to bed. So it's been a time. But with that, chat, I am going to call it a night. Please drive safe. Please watch out for very aggressive swinging gates that don't have proper signage. Please hydrate. Be sure to take care of your guys' self, because I haven't had a chance to say this to you guys in a minute. There's only one of you guys. One. And nobody can ever replace you guys. So it is very important that you do the self-care that you need, that you listen to your body, that, you know, you follow doctor's orders, you rest, you know, because you only get one life, you only get one shot. So this is your chance to listen to yourself, be cozy, take care of yourself. So I will see you guys all hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night, guys, and we'll see you guys so soon. Goodbye. We have internet that works. That's so exciting.